We are the dollars and cents.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Well, today we're going to do another unboxing, first impressions, and update video. This time it comes from a house that I've never done a video on before. I've actually been hearing a lot about this house lately on Facebook. People have been posting pictures of these bottles, and there is a particular line that everyone's really running after right now. And I happened to come across one at Burlington, guys. Burlington's been on fire lately. I've probably picked up, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 or if not more fragrances from Burlington in the last couple of months. And I've really been enjoying what they've been having to offer when it comes to their fragrances, guys. And I was surprised to see this one there just because I was actually contemplating buying this one on eBay or something like that, one day. But when I saw it there and it was only $30, I was like, oh, okay. Well, let me pull the trigger on it because it's here. I was really putting this one on the back burner because, guys, it's going to be another Aventus clone, right? Because and you guys, if you've seen my previous videos, I kind of give those fragrances a hard time. Everyone's making those, right? Everyone's making or has made a Creed Aventus clone. Am I mad at them? No, I get it. It's money. It's capitalism. You gotta sell you gotta make what sells, right? And if you make something that smells good enough to the original, it's gonna sell. At least that's my assumption anyway, right? There's a twist with this one though, guys. I did look at the notes and I read what people said on Forgetting about this one, and they're saying that it reminds them of Absolute Aventus, guys. So that's a little bit of a changer because I've heard that about a couple of other ones. And we know I did the Presciu from, who was that? I can't remember the name of the house, but the Club de Nuit Presciu. That one was pretty close, at least with the opening anyway, right? Not so much a dry down, very floral. But I read about this one, and I was like, okay, so let's give it a try, right? There was a Sharaf, the club. I think I did a video on. That one was, I could see how people thought, but it wasn't. They didn't share any of the same notes. This one had a few of the same notes. We'll go over that and we'll see. But let's check out this. Let's check out. Well, let me let you know what fragrance it is first, guys. If you guys probably already know for the thumbnail, but it's going to be Nitro Intense Pour Homme from the house of Dumont Perfumes, Dumont Paris. Again, never heard about this house. I looked up some a little bit of information about their other fragrances, and they seem to be all dupes, or they seem to be all clones of other popular fragrances. I believe they have a red, which is, I think is Invictus. They have a green, they have a white, they have another one that's like a Pour Homme, and they have one more that I can't remember the color of it. I think I already said green. Anyway, this is the black, or the Pour Homme Intense, guys. But yeah, let's well, I guess let's take a look at this presentation first. I'll let you guys know the information about it, guys. But yeah, nothing too much going on. I went ahead and took the bottle out of the plastic here because I wanted to save a little time. But yeah, here's the box. It feels like it's like a matte finish on the box. It's kind of rubbery finish. You can't really read it though. I mean, you can probably see it like in the reflection there. But if you just were to look at it, it just looks like a plain black box in the front. They'll say Nitro there, a little sticker on the back for the House of Dumont. And again, right here, guys, there's the proof, $29.99. A little more expensive than I was thinking. I mean, yeah, it's only $30. It's still cheap, but I really thought that something like this, a Nitro, wouldn't get a $30 price tag. I figured this would be like $16.99 or maybe, $24.99 or something, but it's not the end of the world, guys. But here's the bottle for Nitro, guys. Nitro Intense. Let's check this out. So you guys can see at least the resemblance that I was going with, right? Both very shiny black lacquer looking bottles there. And so, yeah, I can definitely see if maybe they're going with it. And let's get to the information about this fragrance before it gets, this gets a little long-winded, guys. But yeah, black atomizer there, heavy metal cap. Looks like we have a little thing that says Nitro here on a leather little band, and it has it's like a leather binding or it's bound here around the middle here, and it says Nitro in fabric here on the side. Not a bad looking little bottle, guys. But all right, so Nitro Intense from the House of Dumont is a men's Oriental Woody fragrance released in 2023, which is the same year I think that Absolute Aventus was released. Maybe not. We'll see. Yeah, men's Oriental fragrance released in 2023. Don't know the notes on this fragrance. This is an eau de parfum concentration, guys. The notes for this fragrance in the top. We'll compare some of the notes here in a second. But in the top we have pineapple, plum, blackcurrant, cinnamon, bergamot, cognac. In the mid, we have birch, lavender, myrrh, patchouli, jasmine, pepper, iris, and rose. And in the mid, we'll round things off with amber, musk, sandalwood, tonka bean, and vanilla, guys. Well, I went ahead and looked at both notes. Now, we'll say, Maybe I'm having the Mandela effect or something, but I could have sworn whenever I did my video on Absolute Ventus that it only had like maybe 6 or 7 notes. When I went back and looked today, I swear they added like another 5 or 6 notes to each category, top, middle, bottom. Crazy, right? I could be wrong, but I swear I'm not. But we'll see. But anyway, the notes that I compared for these two, so these two both have these similar notes. They both have pineapple, blackcurrant, cinnamon, and bergamot. They both have patchouli. This one has pepper. This one has pink pepper. I know they're not super close, but they could lend a little bit of spice there. And these both have musk and tonka bean. According to Fragranica, they've been wrong. They bit me in the last video I did, guys. But I actually did cross-reference it with Parfumo.net, and those are the same notes, guys. But yeah, I mean, it looks like it might be an actual dupe of Absolute Ventus. But again, we'll see. The nose knows, guys. We'll figure it out. I won't steer you guys wrong. Otherwise, it's going to be maybe a good clone of Creed's Aventus, right? Because it still has a lot of the same, pineapple, blackcurrant. It has the birch. It has musk, in sandalwood, maybe? No, there's no sandalwood in that. A little bit of vanilla. But yeah, and the patchouli, I think, is in the original as well. But guys, without further ado, let's check this out. This will be my scent of the evening. I'm wearing all black tonight, guys, because I want to look mysterious, right, guys? Yeah, again, nice heavy metal cap, nice little grip on there too. So you're not going to be dropping this cap anytime soon, guys. But let's turn this around. A couple sprays here. Here we go. Let's see what we got here. I do like that there's nice sprayer on this one. A lot of juice. I do like that there is. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting something similar to the opening of Absolute Ventus, but not exclusive. But I can tell that's where they're going. Yeah, it's definitely there. It's definitely there. I was going to say, I do like how they put the cognac in this. Make it a little boozy. Okay. I think, now, I don't know what month this came out, but I think this is definitely going after Absolute Ventus. And right now, it's not bad. It's not bad at all, guys. It's actually, again, not one for one, but for a $30 fragrance, it's not bad at all. It's very sweet. It's got the fruit notes, the pineapple, the plum. It's got the cinnamon that gives the Absolute Ventus that DNA. The blackcurrant is in this. It gives it that Aventus DNA. I'm getting the birch from regular Aventus. It's spicy from the pepper and probably the cinnamon. Yeah. Wow. Okay, guys. We may have a game changer here. Game changer as in not better than the original. I don't think we're ever going to be able to beat the original, guys. But for a $30 fragrance, and you get close to something that's similar to Absolute Aventus, we're talking. You got my ear. You got my nose. You got my attention, guys. Again, this isn't exact. Who knows how long this will last. But right now, I'm impressed. It's only been a few minutes, I know. But they nail the opening down when it comes to something that's going to remind me of it. Again, when I tried that shirt off the club, everybody in the comments and everybody in the this reminds me of section put Absolute Ventus, I believe, as first. And I knew it wasn't. It was more closer to Hachavat than anything. It was nice, don't get me wrong, but wasn't close to Absolute Ventus. Starting to go away from that opening, but it's still nice. Very sweet, very woody, very masculine, super fruity, guys. Very juicy fruit. I can't really tell which one's standing out, to be honest with you. Probably most likely the pineapple and the bergamot, but I do like the addition of plum in this. I do like the addition of the cognac. I'm not getting an exclusive cognac note, but there's something in this that might be a little boozy, right? Could just be me reading the notes and just trying to find it. I mean, I never try to find anything, but sometimes you guys know how our brains work, right? If it's in front of us, we're probably going to say, oh, I can get that in there, but probably not. Yeah, definitely going away from that nice opening. I want to say that Absolute Aventus sort of stays in that realm. This one's going to more of it's getting sharper. It has the same sweetness. That spiciness and that thickness is wearing down. Now it's just getting sort of like sharp and citrusy and woody. more bergamot right now. It's more of a like an orange, or like, bergamot's close to like an orange or like a lemon. That sort of citrusy note, going away from the pineapple and the plum, but still nice. The black currant, it's probably giving it that sharpness that I'm digging. But yeah, definitely going away from the opening, but that's okay. Again, $30 fragrance, guys. I'm not expecting miracles with this one, but the opening was nice. Now, if this one only lasts a couple of hours, and we're gonna see what it comes down to in the performance here. But right now, I'm impressed. I'm pretty impressed when it comes to this one, because I wasn't expecting it. No one except Club de Nuit Précieux has gotten close to anything similar, and this might be. That one might still, we'll see. That one might still be a little bit better in the opening. Gets completely like white floral and goes away from the original composition of Absolute Ventus. This one at least is sort of staying in the realm, but sort of starting to do its own thing now. But we'll see where it goes, guys. I know this first half of the video is probably taking forever, guys, but I'm excited. I'm excited talking about this one. Sometimes that happens, guys, but if I can shorten it up in post, I will. So don't fret. But guys, I'm going to wear this fragrance tonight, over the next couple of days, and give you guys an update shortly. Talk to you then. All right, guys, well, I'm back with my update for Nitro Intense from the house of Dumont Perfumes. Guys, what can I say about this fragrance? Well, I will start by asking, is this supposed to be a clone of Aventus Absolute? Yes, I do believe so. Do I think that that this is better than the first clone of Aventus Absolute, or Absolute Aventus, Club de Nuit Précieux? Man, right now, I'm going to have to say yes, it is. I think it's better than this one. And this one still costs around $60 retail. I got this one for around $30. You can find this one for $30, $30 to $35 online, guys. What did I get out of this one, guys? I did get a similar opening to Aventus Absolute. Now, that one, I wrote some notes down here that the Aventus Absolute has a drier cinnamon opening note. Yes, it has like some of the I think it has like the pineapple or the bergamot, whatever it is, and some citron or whatever. But the cinnamon ultimately is what really sets the Absolute Aventus off, and actually gives it that DNA. What the Nitro did is it starts off with a bit of a juicier opening with that same cinnamon note, and there's lots of other stuff in this one as well. But it continues to have that. It keeps the Aventus DNA, while the Absolute Aventus sort of goes away from that. Which honestly, a lot of people say they like the opening of Absolute Aventus a lot, and then eventually it just sort of turns into a drier fragrance when it comes to like the cinnamon and the notes that it has, and it goes away from that juicy opening. The Nitro Intense really keeps it. I will also say that the Précieux has a similar opening as well. But when I tried them, I tried all three side by side. Like I spread all like my arms and I tried them. This one had more of like a mainstream, almost like there's no lavender in this from what I read in the notes, but there's almost like a lavender type of note, or some sort of a mainstream sweet note that I got from this one. Not really sure. I couldn't pinpoint what note it was because I didn't get it from this one, but I did get it from this one. While the Real Deal and the Nitro, I was really focusing on these two, because that one, it was so different in the opening. Like, yeah, I can tell how they're similar, but it was so different that I really just focused on these two. And honestly, the Aventus Absolute ends up sort of ending up at the same spot as the Précieux. Are you guys keeping up with me here? I hope I'm not confusing you guys at home. But yeah, if I just want to focus on these two, I do think that this one was a little bit closer to this composition, but it had more of a juiciness to it. There was more fruit there. It kept the birch, and it kept the black currant. The black currant note is very key in this, because I got the same black currant note that I got in another clone that I did a while back from Latafa, I believe. But yeah, so I believe it really holds on to that black currant. It keeps that dry cinnamon. But man, it just has a lot more going on to it. Yeah, you're probably going to be able to go, oh, wait, Aventus Absolute is so much better, da-da-da-da. It has its, quality notes, yada, yada, yada. I get it, guys. We're talking about a $30 fragrance here that I think is really, really good. I think yes, I do believe it's supposed to be, if you can't just look at the bottle and tell, I think it is supposed to be an Absolute Aventus clone, but I do think they put their own spin on it, and I like the spin they put on it. I like how it it has that Absolute Aventus, but it keeps the juiciness and the black currant and the pineapple and the birch and a lot of the aspects of original Aventus. Longevity, I got this from every time I wore it, I got 8 hours. Now, I'm not going to say this is a beast fragrance, but I was able to get wafts of this, very, very good wafts of this after the 8 hour. Driving home, I could smell this off of my off myself, guys. And I was left with like a slightly fruity, dry, woody fragrance that I was really left with. I was expecting to get more vanilla. Honestly, it wasn't as sweet as I really thought it was going to be. But I will say that there is a little bit of floral in this that I believe was from the jasmine, because that's the only note that was in the Précieux that I do think they share that note, and I did get a little bit of floral from this one, which I believe is the jasmine. Not as much as the Précieux. The Précieux is like a flower bomb compared to these three here. But the projection, good. It's not going to be a beast mode fragrance, but I think you're going to get really, really good performance when it comes to the longevity, especially. But the projection, I think it's going to be decent for what you're paying. Again, not going to fill up a room, but I think you're going to get noticed wearing this fragrance, guys. Occasions for this fragrance, wherever you'd wear Aventus Absolute, which to me, I think you can wear that one. I have to go back and watch my video, but if I'm going off memory, I think you can wear that fragrance all the time. But if you're an Aventus fan, or if you have a Aventus clone that you like, I would say wear that one during the day, wear this one at night. That's what I would say. I think this one is just a heavier, spicier version of Aventus, if you will, which I think was the original intent of the Absolute Aventus, was to be like a darker version or a heavier version of Aventus, and I believe they accomplished that. I believe they accomplished that this as well. Obviously, you can wear these whenever you want, but I do think this would be better for evening events, date night, suit and tie. This is a very sexy fragrance, in my opinion, guys. Very, very sexy. Suit and tie, I think you can wear this one to work. It's probably safe for that. Probably not going to be sweet enough for a club, maybe. Maybe try it out for a club. It might be fruity enough and sweet enough for a club. I don't really go to clubs a lot these days, so I really couldn't tell you, but I can imagine this might cut through some of that smoke and cut through some of that crowd, guys. Seasons for this fragrance, man, I think you can wear this one year round, honestly. I do think that you can, it's the juiciness and the fruitiness of it. I think you can wear this one in the heat. I think you can wear this one in the spring. I think you can wear this one in the winter. Obviously, it's not super duper thick to where it's going to cut through heavy cold. But the cinnamon note it really does scream fall. It's a lot heavier. It's very sweet with the all the fruit notes in this. Again, maybe it might be a little bit too much in the dead of summer, but try it out, guys. Again, maybe at night. It's going to be in the evening time when you wear this one anyway, so it won't be as hot. So hey, but again, try it out. Let me know what you guys think, guys. Ages for this fragrance, man, I'm going to say 20 and up. Super affordable, guys. I don't think this one's going to be so... There's really nothing in this that's going to be so daring to where a younger guy couldn't be able to pull this off. Now, could he think the cinnamon note is a little bit dry, a little bit heavy? Maybe. But that's like the only note I can think of that some 20-year-old's going to be like, ooh, I don't like that. That's too, whatever, spicy and makes my nose hurt. I don't know. But I do think 20 and up, it's super affordable. I do think 20 and up could really appreciate this one for what it is, guys. Overall, I think it's a good fragrance. I think it's a cheap but good fragrance. And honestly, the previous X amount of videos I've done, I haven't really said cheap but good fragrance at the end of the video because they're $30. So if I say I like them, it's kind of a given. But this one I think is going to be a cheap but good fragrance, especially for I found this in Burlington, guys, and I've been hearing about this one. I think everyone's been really talking about the red one, which I think is an Invictus clone. I've tried a fair share of those, guys. So not really. If I see it at Burlington for cheap, maybe I'll pick it up. But right now, this one is probably the biggest surprise I've tried in a while. I've never heard of this house. I don't know anything about it. The only thing I've heard was a couple of blurbs on Facebook, and I didn't even hear that this was supposed to be an Absolute Aventus clone. I just heard that it was good, and people said it was Aventus. But I was like, okay, maybe maybe it is or whatever. And I've already done 1,000 of those. But the fact that it's Absolute Aventus, it piqued my interest. And guys, if you try this one, I think you're going to get that. It's not a one-for-one clone, but I think they made gave a little bit of both. And I think they kept the best parts of Aventus and of the Absolute in this fragrance here, guys. Again, I'm probably crazy. You guys probably think it's trash. And guys, I'm not going to go on too big of a rant with this, guys. But stop with all the maceration talks, guys. All right. maceration has been a process for a long, long, long time when it comes to perfumery, and I'm not an expert. I'm just saying I know this because you have to do it to get these things going. But like within the last year or two, everybody is blaming maceration for why their fragrances don't smell good, why their fragrances don't last long, why it doesn't project off their skin, and everyone says that now. All right, it's like I get it, right? I get that. It's like, but people just repeat each other. Again, maceration, that process has been going on for years, and no one's ever said it before up until the last couple of years. I don't know why. I just noticed trends in social behavior, and people are saying that now. It's just kind of annoying. I don't think that's a real thing. I know it's a real thing, but I think blaming the maceration process on every little thing that you don't like about a fragrance, I think it's silly. So again, do with that what you will, guys. But I don't think it's going to be a maceration problem, because people in the comments were saying that about this one too. I probably read about 3 or 4 comments that are saying that. I'm kind of rolling my eyes reading that. Guys, it smells good. You don't need to let it sit. It smells good, okay? But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts on this fragrance, guys. Am I crazy? Is it a clone of Aventus Absolu, or is it just an Aventus clone that I'm just crazy? Right? I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments, guys. It's okay. If I'm crazy, I'm crazy. But I like this fragrance. I think it's I don't know, man. I can make a lot of money selling this Aventus off, and I can keep this 30 bucks. I could probably buy like 8 or 9 or 10 bottles of this, and maybe have some money left over, guys. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on this fragrance down in the comments below, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching the video on my channel. If you like this video, please click the like button, subscribe to my channel, turn on notifications for future first impressions videos, and fragrance content just like this, guys. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Dollars and Cents. There, you'll find fragrance photos and future contest winners. And as always, until the next video, you guys take care. Thanks.